very excited, and it's really nice to see the juxtaposition because people will be trying to tell me, no, you're this girl, no, you're that girl. Actually, I'm both of them.
All right, so we're in Singapore, and normally when you're trying to get these things, there's a line around the block.
Yo, Sukihana is a piece of work, but she just dropped a bomb on Saweetie and so many of the other women in the hip hop industry, just very casually off the cuff on Justin LeBoy's show, his podcast. At this point, you know, people have already known that this was the case and what was happening, but she named names. Stay with me, because this gets deep.
Did you ever sold before though, for real? Like, serious question. Or you just right out
yeah.
the bat? Wow.
All these hoes sell, all of them, especially these rap. Like, Sweetie, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even trying to be funny or like, Sweetie, people will really with you more if you just live in your truth, because a lot of the ghetto girls like me.
Language.
Well, a lot of the girls, black community, everybody, they be trying to get into you, and that the reason why they like double dutch, like they jump in, they jump out, because they don't believe you. So when you be making your bops and shit, they be thinking that you like a fake ghetto girl. Yeah. And it's just because they can't figure you out. And it's like, if you selling that ass, you selling that ass, whatever you doing, like, that's what you do. But you just need to say what the you doing, because that little bit of authenticity that they don't feel like you give it.
I think that word was authenticity. You got to kind of spell it out with Sukihana, man. She's spitting right now. This is kind of crazy.
That they don't feel like you give it. Like, they want that from you, whatever you is. Like, you keep saying you're a Cancer, that's all. We need more than that. If you selling that ass, you selling that ass.
Yeah. So you should just stop rapping and just say, hey, I sell.
No. I don't think she should stop. I don't think she should stop rapping. I just feel like, she's living your truth, whatever the fuck it is that you do.
Right.
Whether you a nigga that buy, a nigga that whatever the fuck people do.
Jesus, special message out there for you tricks. All these tricks out there. If you're buying, they're selling. So go ahead and keep it real. That's what you're doing out here. Yeah. But you know, she's got a point. She's got a point right there about authenticity. Like, there always has been something about Saweetie that kind of, I don't know, doesn't take her to the next level. And, you know, I don't know. It might be a talent deficiency, but it could be something else, because I've heard some songs of hers that are actually pretty good, right? If this is a big open secret that's behind the scenes that's going on in Sweetie's life, I think it is imperative for her to bring that forward in her craft, you know? Because like she's saying, Sweetie has no shame or, you know, hesitation about talking about this part of her life and what she did in the past. And more female rappers should be honest about this. I mean, like, it was something else, and I don't even want to mention her name because she's got lawsuits on everybody out here, but the woman who put Tory Lanez in jail, she has not been honest about things. Like, she literally went on to Gayle King and had this whole pity party, had people believe in her, and then come to find out she really had slept with Tory Lanez. You know, and that's the thing. And the baby said it, allegedly. And then all these other people had said it, allegedly. If you a industry pass around or somebody can pay money to get access to you, say that shit. You'll get along a lot better in the world. I mean, we like honest hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Just live in your truth. That's why I got fans, because I say what I did. I know what the fuck I did. Can't nobody ever really call me out on nothing, because I already said it. I already did it.
No, I love that you live in your truth.
Yeah.
So what it costs?
I don't sell anymore.
Justin want to know, while we're here on the subject, how much would it cost me to get that right now? I'm just saying, respectfully, I'm just asking.
Yeah, so when I was in the hood, you feel
okay,
yeah, like
in the hood. Okay. you rich now.
Yeah, but you know, everybody
so buy dick up now.
I feel like I think
so she's buying the opposite. That's what she's really doing now.
At the end of the day, that be, you know, these some of these hoes be putting money on the counter type of hoes, like on the dresser type of hoes, and then some of these be like, oh, court me, you know, or getting
that's trad whoring. trad whoring versus new age whoring, which is Instagram slurring.
Flued out, you feel me? And then with a nigga, then that's all in the same circle.
Right.
All of it.
Yeah, man. Basically, getting flued out in Sukihana's mind is the exact same. So all this getting flued out, getting trips, getting bags, getting presents, getting all that stuff. She's saying basically all your get the bag coaches have basically led you into a light form of prostitution. It's a slippery slope. You ladies that are out here talking about taking men for all they can get on the first date, that a coffee date isn't good enough, that getting to know somebody isn't important, you need to go to the most expensive restaurants. Yes, you ladies too are on the slow road into selling box. That's the truth of the matter. First off, let's talk about who Sukihana is, because if you're not familiar with her, if you need any context for why this matters, Sukihana is kind of the poster child of this, one of the poster children of this generation. She's also known as Suki Baby, a rapper, a reality TV personality who first gained attention through her music and social media presence. But she's known for being extremely explicit in her lyrics and brutally honest about her life experiences, as we can see here. She appeared on Love and Hip Hop Miami, and she's built a career on being unapologetically herself. No filter, no PR team cleaning up her image, She's had everything from being OnlyFans, getting exposed to everything. So she is being who she is. And that's important here, because Sukihana has always positioned herself as someone who keeps it real, right? You remember she said she liked Dr. Umar, and Dr. Umar heard about it and he ran up on her. He was like, oh, my sister Suki. I still wonder if Dr. Umar actually had business before the back shots. You remember that clip? She talks openly about other topics that artists might not touch, right? So when she speaks on industry secrets, people listen because she's established her credibility as someone who doesn't play the politics game. She's never been afraid to ruffle feathers. She's called out a bunch of other artists before, and she's been involved in beefs because of it. But she's always held the same persona. She says she's going to say what she's going to say, no matter what anybody else is thinking, So when someone with that reputation makes a claim about the industry, the biggest industry secret, that they all out here selling box, it makes a person like me perk up. Because if you hadn't thought that was the case before, now you know. This is why women are getting flown out to Dubai on a regular basis, right? As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I've heard Dubai is a fun place. But for a single or woman in a relationship that happens to be in the industry, flying to Dubai, taking a solo trip to Dubai or a trip with the girls to Dubai, like, you might want to start looking at them a little differently.
Sweetie, the girlies are saying you're selling box out in Africa. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is you need to step into my office and pay that lady her money. First order of business, if you are selling box, rest your front. No more. I know it feels counterproductive because all the music for the last 10 years have been about selling box to rich men for things, but the girlies don't actually want you to sell box to rich men for things. It's very hypocritical, but that's just the society we live in. Second order of business, I want no more samples from you. Do you want to be a rapper or not? Because you keep saying you want to be a rapper, but the music gives, you clearly don't. No more samples, because every time you sample, it just feels like a cover song. Like, it's not even necessarily in a creative way. You're not interpolating anything. It's just the direct reference over your vocals. That's really it. No more samples. If I ask people name 5 Saweetie songs without a sample right now, the world would be on mute for months. No more samples. I want you to hire a dedicated writer. Partisan Fontaine works really well with Cardi B because he knows her voice, he knows her humor, and he knows her inflections. You need a dedicated writer that only works with you, that has studied your style, your inflections, and your humor. Do you even know your style, your inflections, and your humor? Next, I know you don't want to be a personality hire, but even the women with talent that are writing their own things are still packaging it with their personality. You have to have people emotionally invested in your music, and people have nothing to invest in with you. You're pretty, and that's it. They don't really know anything else about you. The most successful time in your career was when you were doing the Icy Life, when you were doing the Icy College series of like giving people like boss tips or teaching them different things. Again, Icy Life, doing the vlogs with your family, like give people something to root for, and they don't have anything to root for with you because they don't really know anything about you other than you're pretty, and somehow that's caused you punishment. Which, and my final thing, sweetie, I don't ever want to hear about pretty punishment again. The only punishment that I could foresee happening to you is if you really did allegedly sleep with the second biggest female rapper on the planet's husband, and then her in back channels allegedly telling people, hey, if you work with that girl, I'm not working with you. If you write with that girl, I'm not working with you. If you make beats with that girl, I'm not working with you. If you bring her to that award show, I'm not going. I could see that, but that's not because you're pretty. That's because you have not rested your front. I don't ever want to hear about you being a Cancer and mixed again. You have told us in 90 different ways that you're a Cancer, and in 47 different ways that you have an Asian mom. Stop talking about it. We get it. It feels like you don't like regular black women and you think you're above them, and that's why you keep bringing it up. No shade.
You know, because they're getting recruited on Instagram. I've told you this time and time again. Instagram is nothing but a menu for women that are willing to fly into your town if the price is right. Now, some of them are very expensive, and that's what one thing is about me. Say what you want to say. You could be a streetwalker or you could be a high price whore. There's no difference. Sorry to tell you. Doesn't mean you're an entrepreneur because you charge $10,000 and she charges $40,000. Not $40,000, $40. 40. You know, but something like this story, it hits different. It hits different when it comes from Sukihana as opposed to someone like me or anybody else online. And remember, all this is alleged, obviously. I don't want to smoke. But like Justin LeBoy said, how much? I wonder. Have you ever thought of putting a price in front of someone and that you dreamed of? And, you know, the same thing happens in Hollywood, believe it or not. I've grown a little disillusioned with the industry that I was once in. I realized that 25 years ago, whenever I got started, things were not what they appeared to be. That some of your favorite actresses are doing the exact same thing. They're on the menu. And this is how they get through from month to month. You always wonder, you're like, oh, whatever happened to her? I wonder. She's gone off and she's gotten into a relationship, or you don't see her as often. A lot of times they might be actually doing something strange for a little piece of change. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you fellas, y'all need to gear up because the women at the top are misleading you.
Saweetie is allegedly a yacht girl who makes far more money from yachting than she does from her music career. And according to this blind item, she allegedly has a substance abuse problem that is making her messy and causing her to lose yachting clients. And the blind item reads, this A-list Nepo baby, who's a rapper, singer, niece, cousin, and granddaughter of famous names, earns way more from yachting each week than from her actual music. But her substance habit has gotten out of control, and the messiness is driving clients away fast. And again, this is allegedly Saweetie, who is the niece of MC Hammer, the cousin of Gabrielle Union, and the granddaughter of football player Willie Harper. And the related headline reads, Saweetie accused by ex-road manager of dodging payments, witchcraft, using substances, and leveraging romantic relationships to support her lifestyle. A woman claiming to be the rapper's former road manager shared a post to Instagram accusing Saweetie of unpaid debts, substance abuse, and exploiting her rumored relationship with soccer star Jadon Sancho for financial gain.
They're telling you one thing and living their life in a totally different way. And Sukihana is right. Saweetie should stop playing the good girl role. You know, every once in a while she's talking about how she's going to take a man, you know, and all this stuff. And I'm not sure if she really writes or raps or not, it's not too far out of the realm of possibility these days, because I don't even think that's an insult now, because it's so many of these artists are getting are writing by committee. What did Kendrick say? Y'all sharing bars like a 2-man cell. But yeah, I think there is a point about this is good career advice for somebody like Saweetie. Own your reality. Be honest about your situation, and maybe you could go further, because she's right. You see Saweetie, and then she's in a high-profile relationship with like Quavo, and then, that's kind of the main thrust of her thing, and she's not putting out as much music. Just got to be honest about it. So I don't know. I can tell you, yeah, the fan base probably can smell that you're faking a mile away if that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just be real with it. Seems like Sukihana doesn't care about any pushback, smoke, or anything she might get back from that way. The truth about the independent, luxurious woman is tumbling out into the open. Her whole aesthetic, Saweetie's whole aesthetic is high-end fashion, expensive taste, and that costs a lot of money. It's hard to maintain it when you ain't constantly in rotation. Listen to Corey Holcomb about how he talks about when his real interaction with some of these people that y'all are seeing on your television screen or your on your phone. He's telling you the truth. Like, a lot of these artists out here, especially in the music industry, they're having a hard time, man, because they have to maintain that character that they built. She couldn't go back and now say, I'm a wholesome girl with a flannel shirt on. You know what I mean? People would be like, what the hell's going on? Actually, that might be a good angle. I'm not gonna hold you, like a down-to-earth chick that just dresses regular in this era of everybody showing their booty and twerking and, wearing sparklers and whatever the hell else. It would be interesting if we had like a flashback to the 90s. You remember how TLC used to dress? Like, not that it wasn't even modest, but it was definitely like more reserved in a way in some scenarios. I'm talking about when they first came out. But you know what I mean? Like an Aaliyah or something, like a nice leather jacket. I could see that actually working right now, because we got retro 90s happening anyway. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. The link is in the description. Make sure you get your Drops Bombs hoodies also beneath this video. Get them now. This is Faucette Media.